disturbing revelations, it has come to light that many innocent women from Nepal have continued to be trafficked to restricted foreign lands. The unsuspecting women are tricked into prohibited lands where they end up in sex trade while there is continued threat to their life. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. 20.5 billion rupees spent in 2 months in constituencies of powerful leaders by violating the budgetary discipline. Prime Minister's hometown receives 320 million rupees. The trend of human traffickers taking women to prohibited nations, luring them with various promises, continues unabated. Trafficked women forced into sex trade in foreign lands, among others. Jeremy Hunt and Boris Johnson to compete to become the next Conservative leader and Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And Australia defeat Bangladesh by 48 runs at the ICC World Cup. Warner scores a century. Bangladesh lose despite scoring their record-breaking high score of 333 runs. Let us begin with the latest national political updates. Powerful leaders, ministers and administrators have used the funds allocated for other projects in the budget for expenditure in their constituencies during the end of the fiscal year. Violating the budget discipline, influential leaders have sent over 20.5 billion rupees in their interest and priority areas in the past 2 months. More than 320 million rupees has been provided in the past 2 months for Jhapa, the home district of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Finance Minister Yuvraj Khatiwada, by violating the budgetary discipline. A budget worth 309.7 million rupees was issued for 9 local roads in Jhapa in April earlier this year. The Council of Ministers on 25th of March had decided to include these roads under the central management. Another 13.4 million rupees was sent to Jhapa in the month of May. Likewise, 210 million rupees was sent to Chitwan in April, from where Nepal Communist Party co-chairman Pushpakamal Dahal had won the election. 430 million rupees was provided in the name of expansion of commercial way in Thanusha, the home district of Physical Infrastructure Minister Raghuveer Mahaset. The Finance Ministry had provided 20.396 billion rupees in the first 2 months of the Nepalese calendar that was allocated for separate headings in the budget under the influence of powerful leaders and administrators. 396.5 million rupees was distributed from the state coffers in the name of conflict victims without including it in the budget. Funds have also been issued from the centre to serve the interests of the leaders for the construction of parks. Such expenditure of funds for purposes not even identified or included in the budget is clearly an abuse of authority. The trend is against the concept of balanced development, social justice and budgetary discipline, and has been protested at the parliament by lawmakers of the ruling party itself. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIA, has filed a corruption case of 124 million rupees against the Director General of Department of Food Technology and Quality Control, Sanjeev Kumar Karn. The graft case has been filed against 13 individuals, including Director General Karna, for alleged irregularities in the Prime Minister Agriculture Modernization Project. Likewise, a fine of equal amount, 124 million rupees, has also been sought from investigating officer Purna Chandra Basti, auditor Rabita Shrestha, officers Guru Datta Gautam, Joint Secretary Ganesh Prasad Chalise. The anti-graft body has claimed of massive corruption during procurement of a laboratory mobile van for the project. Taking advantage of unemployment, the trend of human traffickers taking people to restricted nations, luring them with various promises, has continued unabated. It has been found that people have fallen victim to labor exploitation, risky works, enforced marriage, organ transplant and sex trade as the traffickers take them to several nations through India. The government of Nepal has prohibited Nepalese women from working as domestic helpers in Gulf nations. Iraq is among the restricted nations. However, the trend of human traffickers taking Nepalese nationals to such prohibited lands through India with various promises has increased instead of being controlled. Based on the police data on rescued persons who were about to be sent for foreign employment through illegal means, the number of human trafficking has doubled in the past year. A total of 546 victims were rescued in the recent fiscal year, while the number stood at 311 a year before. Feeble security check at major border points with India, with zero security presence at minor transits, has significantly aided the activities of human traffickers. Human traffickers have been taking advantage of women looking for employment opportunities by promising them jobs in foreign lands to permanent residency. Fake marriage and drugs are used by human traffickers to take advantage of such women. Of the total women taken to prohibited nations by the human traffickers through illegal means, 47% are found to be involved in sex trade. Reaping benefits from the unemployed status of women in Nepal, traffickers promise such women of high pay in foreign nations. Police have termed this very reason a major challenge in putting an end to human trafficking. The Rapti Provincial Hospital is the only feasible option for people from Rukum, Salyan, Rolpa, Putan and Dang districts for medical services. However, due to lack of quality service, patients are compelled to travel to Nepalganj, Kathmandu and Butwal, among other places. In this context, we had asked the patients and their caretakers at Rapti Provincial Hospital what problems have they been facing. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
Normal बिरामीको चाहिँ उपचार यहाँ हुन्छ अब चिकित्सा बिरामीको चाहिँ उपचार यहाँ हुँदैन यहाँ हुन्न यहाँ सेवा सुविधा छैन भन्नुहुन्छ डाक्टरहरुले त्यसपछि हामी टाढा लाग्दाखेरि हामी एकदम आत्तिने अवस्था हुन्छ यत्रो बिरामी छन् अब फ्यान मेसिन छैन नि एउटा पंखा छ एउटा पंखाले अब सारा गर्मी छ हेर्नुस् हैन आमा बच्चा पागिने हेर्नु मान छैन
कि त क्लिनिकतिरै बढी प्रभावित अब कि त यहाँतिर भरपर डाक्टर आए पनि यहाँ अडिन नसक्ने खै प्रशासनको कारणले हो कि अथवा आफ्नै कारणले हो
किन ढिलो भयो भन्ने कुरा तपाई बोल्नु हो भने 3 दिन लाग्छ भनेर उहाँ राजा बोलिसियो त्यहाँ मलाई बहुत दुखी भए म हैन मलाई यस्तो पीडा लाग्यो कि उपचार गर्न आएको एक दिनको लागि मान्छे कहाँ रोल्पा रुकुम हुम्ला जुम्लाबाट आउँछ नि उपचार गर्न तर यहाँ आएर त्यो भनौं न डाक्टर साहब हुनुहुन्छ यो को साहब हुनुहुन्छ हैन उहाँले त्यसरी बोल्दाखेरि मलाई बहुत पीडा लाग्यो
त्यहाँ आएको मेरो पाला आउँदा डाक्टर साहबहरु आफ्नो बाहिर कता गइहाल्नु पर्छ मेरो टाइम मिलेन
भित्र गर्मीले खायो बाहिर जारले खायो केर्ने बच्चासित हाते पाप छ एकातिर मार हुन्छन् एकातिर छोरा हुन्छन्
डेट नागिसक्यो बच्चा जन्मिया छैन अपरेसन गर्नुपर्ने भएको छ अपरेसन गर्नको लागि यहाँ ब्लड छैन बाहिर जानुपर्ने भएको छ नेपाल भन्छ
स्टाफ पनि छैन डाक्टर पनि छैन उपकरणहरु सबै पुरानो भएछ केही भर पर्दो छैन यहाँनेर
सरले पनि नपत्यासो गर्ने नसुन्यासो गर्ने सर यस्तो भन्छ मेरो बच्चालाई भन्दा नसुन्यासो गर्ने हिड्नी
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, what do you term the expenditure of funds in projects not recognized in the budget under the influence of powerful leaders? Your options are A. Lack of financial discipline, B. Abuse of authority, and C. Ploy to increase expenditure. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And with that, it's now time for our special segment, Showbiz.
Megadeth lead vocalist and one of the fastest guitarists in the world, Deep Mustaine, has been diagnosed with throat cancer. He revealed the news on Facebook and reports he has already begun treatment. This has forced the band to cancel most of its 2019 shows. Megadeth had been scheduled to perform this year in Las Vegas and other cities in North and South America. Megadeth, which was formed in 1983 and helped pioneer a style called thrash metal, enjoyed the height of its popularity in the late 1980s and 1990s with albums such as Countdown to Extinction and Euthanasia.
And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.